Today we're taking a look at these MLB team picks and total picks, which are happening on Saturday, December 18, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Milwaukee Brewers vs Cincinnati Reds. Our team pick is Milwaukee Brewers minus 1.5, and here is why. After losing on Tuesday, Cincinnati has lost 7 in a row, 18 of its last 19 games, and is 2-13 on the road. The heart and soul of the franchise, Joey Votto, was also placed on the COVID injured list on Tuesday. In 22 games this season, Votto, a career .300 hitter, has struggled with a .122 batting average and no home runs. The high point of Tuesday's loss came in the fourth inning, when Tommy Pham and Mike Moustakas hit back-to-back solo home runs to pull the Reds within 3-2 at the time. On the season, the Reds are 29th with a .200 batting average and 24th with 17 team home runs. Milwaukee has won 11 of its last 14 games and is first in the NL Central. On Wednesday, the Brewers will look to improve on their 8-4 home record. The Brewers got home runs from Willie Adames and Rowdy Tellez on Tuesday. Adames now leads the team with 6 home runs and 17 RBI. For the season, Milwaukee is tied for 8th in MLB with 26 team home runs and 25th with a .218 team batting average. Eventually, the Cincinnati Reds will win again, but it is better to fade them right now as there's not much positive to say about this baseball team. The Reds are the worst team in baseball, with 16 of their last 17 losses coming by at least 2 runs or more. The Brewers have won 6 of their last 7 games, with 5 of those wins coming by at least 2 runs or more. With Freddie Peralta coming off of 2 excellent starts and Gutierrez and the Reds struggling, the Brewers are a no-brainer run line play here for me. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs. The Cincinnati Reds have the worst team ERA in all of baseball at 6.15 and the worst WHIP at 1.63. In 22 games, Cincinnati has yet to have a quality start by its starting rotation, which is also last. Therefore, it is not surprising that opposing hitters are averaging .275 at the plate against Reds pitching, which is also last. Tyler Mahle has 24 strikeouts to lead Cincinnati. The Reds will hand the ball to Vladimir Gutierrez on Wednesday. The Cuban right-hander is 0-4 with an ERA of 7.41 and 11 strikeouts. The Milwaukee Brewers are 3rd in baseball in team ERA at 3.01 and 7th in WHIP at 1.16. Milwaukee's starting rotation has had 11 quality starts, which is 2nd best in baseball. Opposing hitters are averaging only .204 at the plate against Brewers pitching, which is 3rd best. Corbin Burnes is the leader in strikeouts for Milwaukee with 43. Milwaukee will hand the ball to Freddie Peralta on Wednesday. This season, the Dominican right-hander is 0-1 with an ERA of 5.00 and 23 strikeouts. Chicago Cubs vs Chicago White Sox. Our team pick is Chicago White Sox. Chicago White Sox for the win. And here is why. That could obviously change against a Cubs team that's hit a bit of a rough patch. They haven't scored more than 2 runs in their last 5 outings, and they're averaging 13 strikeouts in their last 3 games. The bats have gone cold for the other Windy City Ball team, and Giolito is as good as any to continue to exploit those struggles. His best work has come on the road so far this season, but then again, his only home game came against a hard-hitting Los Angeles Angels lineup, which handed him his first loss of the season. An opportunity to bounce back against the Cubs at Wrigley Field could give him the confidence boost needed moving forward. Pitching is much more important these days, with the White Sox averaging only 3.26 runs per game. It keeps them in the fight. Opponents are averaging 5.6 runs against them in their last 5 games. If they're going to get gashed to that degree defensively, then their bats better be able to play keep up on the other end. And that simply hasn't been the case for the Cubs. They're riding the struggle bus and are in desperate need of a turnaround. Enter a White Sox team that has only won 3 games on the road so far this season. Sure, they bested the Cubs in the opener, but the White Sox haven't been able to consistently get the job done when playing away from their home building. This time, however, they'll have a true gamer in Lucas Giolito on the mound. Meanwhile, Cubs starting pitcher Kyle Hendricks, 5.47 ERA, is coming off an ugly performance against the Milwaukee Brewers, 7 hits, 6 earned runs and 3 homers. When Hendricks has been on this season, he's been razor sharp throwing the ball. But when it's been bad, it's been really bad. He got lit up on the road by both the Brewers and Pittsburgh Pirates. Kyle Hendricks has obviously been better at home than he has been on the road, but home isn't necessarily home against the White Sox. He got crushed in his last outing against the Milwaukee Brewers, and there's going to be tremendous pressure on him with the Cubs currently in the middle of an offensive slump. A baby could sleep soundly a few feet away from home plate with the way this Cubs team has been whiffing. Lucas Giolito is a tough matchup for a team that hasn't even mustered more than 2 runs in their last 5 games. Things aren't going to magically get better when going head-to-head with the White Sox's ace. It's also an ace looking for his first win of the season. He'll cook the Cubs' struggling batting lineup and get his first game in the win column. The offense for the White Sox won't do anything spectacular, but like in the opener, they'll put forth enough of a solid effort to get the victory. Our total pick is over 7. The White Sox will send their ace Lucas Giolito to the mound for the second game of this series. He yielded 3 runs in 6 innings Friday in a loss to the Angels in his last appearance. First-inning homers from Taylor Ward and Shohei Ohtani buried Giolito in a game in which the White Sox could not generate much offense. He wound up striking out 7 and walking just 1 in the solid outing that resulted in a loss. 2 starts prior he was on a 76-pitch count and struck out 9 batters in his return from the injured list. Although not translating into victories for Chicago, Giolito has pitched excellent this season. He brings a stellar 2.57 ERA and 1.29 WHIP with a 22.6 KBB ratio into this start across town against the Cubs. Kyle Hendricks followed up his 7-inning gem 2 weeks ago with a poor showing in his last appearance against the Milwaukee Brewers. He allowed 6 runs over 4 innings of work in the loss. He also gave up 7 hits, walked 2, and struck out 2. For the second time this season, Hendricks allowed 6 runs. He gave up 3 home runs, including a 2-run home run to Jace Peterson in the bottom of the second, a solo home run to Andrew McCutchen in the bottom of the third, and a 2-run home run to Christian Yelich in the bottom of the fifth. The 32-year-old veteran had a poor 4.77 ERA over 181 innings in 2021, and through his first 24 innings of 2022, he has a 5.47 ERA and 1.50 WHIP. He will need to turn it around soon or fear losing his spot in the rotation. Colorado Rockies vs Washington Nationals. Our team pick is Colorado Rockies for the win. The Nats will give the nod to Patrick Corbin for the 6th time of the season. Corbin was much better in his latest effort, holding the Marlins to 3 runs, 2 earned, in 6 innings, but didn't get much help from the offense. The veteran southpaw has posted a few strong performances, but overall is struggling as evidenced by his abysmal 8.69 ERA and a 2.08 WHIP accompanied by an 0-4 record in 19.2 frames. Corbin gave up 8 runs in 10 innings against the Rockies last year and stands at 10-6 with a 4.71 ERA in 137.2 career innings. It's been an ugly season for the Nationals, however, they did manage to win 2 of 3 against the Giants last weekend. They had lost 8 in a row prior to that series, incoming a home sweep at the hands of the Marlins. Austin Gomber will make his 5th start of the season on Wednesday. Gomber was solid in his previous start, conceding 3 runs, 2 earned, in 6 innings against the Phillies, but was hit with a loss to dip to 1-2. The veteran southpaw wasn't effective in his first 2 starts, but has been stellar in his previous outings and features a 3.86 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP in 21 innings pitched on the season. Gomber did not pitch against the Nats last season and tossed 6 shutout innings in his lone career meeting against them. Colorado is always much better at home than on the road. They went 2-5 on a road trip last week and rebounded by collecting a home sweep over the struggling Reds last weekend at Coors Field. They have yet to lose a series at home. The Nationals are struggling to win games. They have dropped 9 out of their last 12 games and are in the midst of a tough 9-game road trip. Nats starter Patrick Corbin is having a disaster season, surrendering 20 runs in his 19.2 innings pitched. The Rockies were able to collect 8 runs in 10 innings against him last season. Furthermore, Rockies starter Austin Gomber has been stellar. The right-hander has only allowed 2 runs in his last 2 starts. Colorado is dominant at Coors Field, where they have won 5 out of their last 7 games overall. Our total pick is over 10.5 runs. Washington is 29th in baseball with a team ERA of 5.08 and also 29th in WHIP at 1.49. It is therefore not surprising that the Nationals are allowing opposing hitters to average .265 at the plate, which is 28th. Josiah Gray is leading Washington in strikeouts with 31 as well as victories with 3. Washington will hand the ball to Patrick Corbin on Wednesday. This season the left-hander is 0-4 with an ERA of 8.69 and 23 strikeouts. The Nationals got a lift on Monday with home runs from Josh Bell and Juan Soto powering them to a 10-2 win. Eric Fed, 2-2, picked up the win with 7 strong innings of 1-run ball. The Colorado Rockies lead baseball in team batting average at .265, and the Rockies are also first in team slugging percentage at .403. Colorado is second in on-base percentage at .337, and the Rockies have produced 104 runs, which is 7th in baseball. C.J. Cron has been Colorado's most productive hitter with 5 doubles, a team-best 8 home runs, and a team-leading 21 RBIs. Colorado has 70 extra base hits with 42 doubles, 4 triples and 24 home runs through the first 22 games of the regular season. On Monday night, the Rockies were trounced by the Nationals in Game 1 of the series. Starter German Marquez gave up 10 hits and 7 runs in just 5 innings of work to take the loss. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.